Hey, Dakota and Turbo Girl heading out for a day of riding. It's December 16th, I think.
So
Monday. Hard to keep track when you're retired. 50 degrees and rising, sun shining, no wind. How you feeling?
warm compared to the other day. I was frozen. This is going to be probably taking off instead of putting on,
Yes.
possibly.
So usually we're adding more clothing. Today we might be removing and unzipping in that.
Yes.
It should be fun. And we're not going to go too far, 30, 35 miles. All right.
Better.
Well, we'll talk to you in a little bit. All right, down our driveway, Barnardsville Highway, onto Stockton Branch Road. Away we go. All right, we got our screaming descent coming up here in a second. The sharp left at the bottom. All right, trying a few different camera angles, holding the camera in my hand instead of just having it attached to the front of the bike. Maybe you can kind of get a view of us on this screaming descent. A fun little downhill we do just about every ride when we get started. We're going to cross the Little Ivy River here in a minute, and at the end of the ride we're going to come back up this hill, and we're going to follow the Little Ivy River for a little while, and you'll see some of the it's just amazing the damage that occurred there. So yeah, no, this will be kind of fun. We're going to try some different camera angles, and we're actually going to get Turbo Girl on camera here a little more because she's never in the front typically. Just crossed a little tributary, now going under I-26. So we're climbing up to Mars Hill on a road that's called Long Ridge. It's a beautiful, about a mile and a half climb, kind of gentle 4 to 6% grade. There's Turbo Girl. She's riding her Specialized Vado 3.0. She has a little saddlebag on the back. She can carry a spare battery, so we did purchase a second lithium battery for the bike. It pretty much doubles her range. She can go easily 50 to 60 miles on one battery, but if we want to go farther than that, we need to have a second battery, and so she can carry that in that little saddlebag. We also have like our kit for repair, tire repair, and that sort of thing in there. Away she goes. So about halfway down that descent, I realized my coat was unzipped. It was really chilly.
Yeah, good.
Take your finger and rub off the lens. It's got mud on it. All right. Well, we're about a little over 8 miles into our ride. Gorgeous day.
Warm going up, cool going down.
There you go. Unzip on the way up, zip up on the way down. All right, now we're into Mars Hill. We kind of made a loop out on the southwest side of Mars Hill. Now we're kind of doing a different route back, taking a left on Main Street. So this is North Main, heading north. If we would have taken a right, it'd be South Main heading south. We usually are coming down this stretch when we ride because we kind of come back towards home through Mars Hill. But today we're heading out through Mars Hill, kind of the first third of our ride.
Lowe's knows that to win the job, pros need the best prices. That's why only at Lowe's, MVP's Pro Rewards members can get
Shut off your music.
It's good though. Whoopsie.
Oh, that was a tough climb. Up to the top of Paint Gap, which is, Paint Gap Baptist Church. The real Paint Gap is a 22% gradient climb that we're not going to go up today.
Or
But-
ever for me.
Paint Gap Baptist Church, beautiful little church at the top of a hill, right across from the church cemetery.
Now it's downhill most
Pretty
of the
much
way.
you're at 20, just about 21 miles and 12 miles to go, mostly downhill. Very good. All right. So Turbo Girl got ahead of me on this descent. I had to get the camera kind of straightened out, and so she's up the road, and so I'm bombing down and going on to Beach Glen Road by the stop yield sign there. And nice new black asphalt road. Again, this is the Beach Glen Road. We call it the Valley Road because you're in this beautiful little valley. There's a little creek, I'd call it. It's not really a river that follows this valley down to the Little Ivy River and feeds into the Little Ivy River. And so they just repaved or asphalted this road last summer. And oh man, we just love it. So I'm trying to find Turbo Girl. And they're up. I think I see her up the road there a little bit. So I had to work pretty hard to catch up with her, which is okay. I need the workout. But anyway, so yeah, we just ride on this road quite often because it's lightly traveled by cars, and if there are cars, they're just usually the locals that I think they're used to cyclists. We see a lot of cyclists on this stretch of road, so people come up and unload their bikes sometimes at Beach Glen Church, nice big parking lot there, and kind of use that as their base. So we decided to take a little alternative route. This is off of Beach Glen Road. We're going to climb up this little side road. We just crossed that little tributary I kind of mentioned. And so we climbing over this ridge, taking a right. I think Turbo Girl had it in turbo because she dropped me like a bad habit coming up this climb. It was about a 13% gradient. And she flew by me like I was standing still. And there she is waiting for me at the top. That's kind of what you do. Wait for your partner. But now we took this route because we're going to parallel the Little Ivy River. And this had gone through, the flood had gone through Barnardsville and wiped out Barnardsville. And you can see this valley. It's just unbelievable, the destruction. There's the Little Ivy River down there, and that's pretty much as much water as you ever see in it. Even after, a pretty good rain, it'll come up a little bit. But as you can see where that embankment was and above the embankment up into the woods, that's how far the water, how wide the river was and how deep. I'm not sure if it covered the road at this point. I see, there's debris laying along the side of the road there. So I think it was right up to the road. I mean, that water was like 20 plus feet deep from the river bottom up to the embankments. And then it just cut new channels. All these rocks that were brought down from up in the mountains, all these trees that have been uprooted. I mean, the first time I rode through here, it was just so shocking to see this destruction. You can't even imagine it. And every time we've gone through here, it's the same reaction. Just a sense of awe, amazement, and sadness. This was just gorgeous. It was just pristine. Beautiful little river running through a beautiful little valley with the road meandering. They were smart enough to build the road high enough. And so this road survived without really any damage at all. But we're going to come up here around this corner, I think, here in a little bit, and you're going to see off to the left there used to be a bridge. And we used to take that, cross the river at that bridge, and it's only 2 miles back to our house then from that point. But with the bridge being gone, now it's about a 3 to 3.5 mile route back from here, which is a minor inconvenience. It was just so we had so many options in the past. Now 2 out of the 3 bridges that we could use typically to get back from the north to kind of the southeast are gone. And so right there you can see where there's that porta potty. There used to be a bridge there crossing the river, and it's long gone, and there was a house on the other side of the bridge on the right-hand side. There's still a house on the left-hand side of the road, but the house was destroyed. It was taken away. The man standing there, we chatted with him. He's doing a film project, and said the man who lost his house, they actually were able to get him a new house, and they're moving it onto some property in Weaverville that he owned. So the man's living with a daughter for right now. But this, again, I'm just following the Little Ivy River. We're actually heading back towards Old Mars Hill Highway, which is where we started our ride. And you can just see the camera really doesn't do it justice either. To see it up live and in person, all the debris, how high up into the trees it's still, you know, there's stuff stuck. I mean, giant boulders, cars, parts of homes. It's just really hard to even imagine. So now we're approaching that bridge. We crossed that at the very beginning when we came screaming down that hill and then had to make a sharp left. Well, this would be if we would have made a sharp right. We would have came up on this road, but we went left under the interstate up there. So now we're turning left back onto Old Mars Hill Highway. And we take that back up to Barnersville Highway, and now we're heading back to our house. And there goes Turbo Girl again. Just flew by me up our little climb to our house. It's like an 8 or 9% gradient. She made quick work of that. And into our driveway. Beautiful ride, great day. Sun was out most all of the ride. Lots of fun. All right, Turbo Girl. 33 miles, beautiful day. Any thoughts?
Yeah, they don't call me Turbo for nothing. I needed it.
Hey, you kicked my butt up a couple of those climbs.
That's because I had to do it.
That's what it's for. Awesome ride. Got some great footage of that destruction on Ivy Creek, which is just still
Sick.
very
So sad.
sad. Yeah. Anyway, have a great day, everybody.